HooHooHooRobin.
Good morning. I want to say something to the mayor of New York City.
Oh.
Clean up our fucking garbage!
Yeah, drive it in.
You don't live here, Anthony. You don't live here.
Well, I drive in.
This place is starting to stink to high heaven.
When I drive in, I see the carnage on
There's,
the sides of the road.
There's mountains of garbage in New York City at this point.
Yes.
And I don't know. I think I pay my city taxes.
No,
Fucking Mayor
not.
Bloomberg should be out there himself fucking pulling away garbage bags at this point.
You must
do
not,
something.
You must not pay enough taxes.
The fuck?
Your city tax.
The snow removal was a nightmare because the sanitation department had a slowdown. They don't want to say that. No one really wants to say that. And I'm not picking sides, but the fact is they had a slowdown for whatever reason, okay? But the mayor's not brave enough to say that shit. And then on top of it, now we got piles and piles of garbage because now they finally were clearing away the snow.
Yeah, they finally got some of the snow away. And the garbage reared its ugly head underneath.
Right.
And
piles, man. It stinks out there.
It's literally, I mean, walls of garbage.
Yeah.
They're piled up in garbage bags as
big black garbage
walls
bags
that are some of them I've seen were like 10, 15 feet high.
Well, we were so busy yesterday, we didn't get to this one story. There's so much garbage on the streets. This is a true story, by the way, what you're about to hear. A guy was committing suicide and jumped.
Yeah, jumped
and survived
out of
because he landed on the fucking garbage bags.
Landed a pile of garbage.
Like it was an airbag. That's how much garbage is in the streets right now.
Yeah.
And this stupid mayor with his dumb fucking cold speaking Spanish every once in a while. Clean up my fucking garbage. I pay my taxes. Enough.
Well, you have like the little bike lanes. That's what's important.
Oh, yeah, they were nice and clean.
That's where the money should go.
They were nice and clean right after the storm.
Yeah, they cleaned up the pedestrian mall there in Times Square. That was clear because, you got to get the people in there.
Because I'm telling you, he fucking has such a shit attitude towards the middle class and people that have to drive and work. He's fucking horrible.
Yeah. He's so smug.
He's a smug rich guy.
He's a smug asshole.
He's being glib.
He's a fucking asshole.
Yeah,
this guy. Worst. Now, we had this blizzard, 18 inches. We didn't really talk about this yesterday. And the mayor gets on his first press conference. He actually says, well, Broadway is nice and clean, and there's a good opportunity to see a Broadway show because a lot of these shows are sold out all year long, and a lot of these people aren't going to be able to get to their Broadway show. So if you're local, you'll be able to see some of these plays and shows you normally wouldn't see.
Right.
And then you got people in the Bronx and Queens and Staten Island and Brooklyn that have been housebound, not anymore, obviously, but we're housebound up to 5 days. And this stupid fucking mayor, that's what he's talking about. Go see a Broadway show.
5 days of just being fucked.
Because the sanitation department had a work slowdown.
Yeah.
And like I said, I'm not picking sides, but someone at least has to say it and stop beating around the fucking bush.
If they slow down cleanup,
they absolutely
purpose,
did.
Then you have to. The only sides are they should be fucking fired immediately.
They don't like the concessions they had to make the union.
Mm-hmm.
They don't like that they got some pay cuts and the furloughs and things like that. So they decided, go fuck yourselves. We're just not gonna do our job.
Right.
Well, then fire them and give the job to somebody who'll do it. I don't blame them for being pissed off, but you can't fucking put people in danger by not plowing the streets.
No.
Well, you need a mayor that's a little tougher, though. At least fucking.
Oh, he's the worst.
At least call him out on it. Instead, he's talking like this. He's got a stuffy nose during his press conferences.
He is such a puke.
I hate him.
Rudy
I'm not a
stay.
fan of fucking Bloomberg.
Rudy couldn't stay after 9/11 because the system and democracy had to continue. Yet this dweeb did some backdoor shit and got himself another term.
Right,
he stinks.
And the mayor of Newark, same blizzard, right? And it was a tough cleanup, but obviously. But we've had a lot of these in the past, and it was never this bad. Mm-hmm. And the mayor of Newark's went out there in his stupid sweatpants and said, look, I got to at least show something.
Yeah.
And he's pushing cars out of snowdrifts and he's shoveling a little bit, just showing I'm the mayor and I know this is a rough situation. I'll at least go out there and make it look good for an afternoon. And that's what he did.
Yeah.
So I'm saying to Mayor Bloomberg, get your fucking sweatpants on and start hauling garbage away. The place stinks.
I don't think you're going to see that.
Because he's an entitled douchebag.
I think you're going to be seeing that.
That he's running New York City like it's Sim City. It's his little fucking private game.
It really is. He's really.
But enough, man. The garbage piles. It's unbelievable. I don't remember ever seeing it like this. I think when we first moved to New York, there was something going on. There were piles of garbage, I remember. And that was like kind of in the summertime.
Yeah.
Remember?
Yeah, probably a strike.
Up and down 57th Street, there were those mountains of garbage bags. And the rats are coming. The rats are coming. They're coming and nipping at this point.
It is a little cold for the rats.
They'll come out, though.
Which is good.
There's a lot of food out there for them.
Yeah, but the cold keeps them pretty much subterranean.
You think?
Yeah.
We're lucky in that way?
Yeah, very lucky.
If this was the middle of the summer, you think we'd see rats just everywhere at this point?
After a snowstorm?
No, I mean the piles of garbage.
Yeah. Oh, fuck, it would be sick.
You think?
Oh!
Yeah, let me...
there'd be plague, pestilence.
Let me say hi to Butch, sanitation supervisor. Butch, New York City. What's up, brother?
Yeah, what's up, Owen?
Hey.
Hey, listen, that's bullshit that we had a work stop and just slowed down. That's full of shit. We've been doing this for 100 fucking years and we never had a problem like this.
So
That's
what?
nothing to do with us.
You know
I
what?
can't get these fucking guys to listen to me on a regular day.
I guess you weren't in on what was going on.
So what happened this year?
Huh?
The equipment sucks. They got a new deputy mayor who's too fucking cheap to put guys in on Saturday to have the equipment ready. They got guys with fucking 2 days on the job driving the equipment. They panicked and they demoted 50 supervisors because they didn't want to put on 50 fucking new guys to drive the equipment.
Well, I don't know what to say.
See, this is what's going on. You call them out on it, and then they say no fucking way. But then what that?
You guys have a slow down and run one of those shitty shows 8 times a day. I don't call up and complain about that.
It's slow. We're having a work slowdown.
We've been having a work slowdown for 5 years.
A work slowdown.
Yeah.
And hiring laborers still today for fucking $20 an hour to come chip away at the sidewalk.
All right, Butch, fair enough. Then who do we blame? I want one person to blame.
Yeah.
Huh?
Deputy Mayor Goldschmidt.
I'm going with Goldschmidt.
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 There you go. Oh, no, you guys rock, man.
All right, man. We have
do.
open minds. If that's what you're saying, then all right, now I'm all pissed off at the deputy mayor of New York City.
Looking out, man.
Thanks, Butch.
brother.
All right.
Bye.
All I know is, man, if you pay your city fucking taxes, you shouldn't have to deal with any of this shit ever.
Wow.
Work out your bullshit problems behind closed doors and not get the people involved like they are.
Good luck.
People were stuck on trains for 2 days, and it was a complete mess. And what do? They raised the rates of everything across the board the day after the fucking blizzard.
Oh, yeah. I saw the going through the tunnel. It says new tunnel rates.
It's unbelievable.
Yes.
Look, it doesn't affect us, thank God. I'm very thankful that I make enough money, but I can't imagine how these people are affording to get in and out of the city at this point.
It is amazing. Just
Isn't a subway ride up to $2.50 now?
I don't know. It's
When we first came back to New York, it was still, I think it was under $1 still.
Yeah, it's $2.50.
really.
It's $2.50 one way. That used to be a cab ride.
It's like $110 for a monthly pass now.
Who the fuck can
Good
afford that if you're not making
luck.
a shitload of money?
How the hell do you do that?
I don't know what they're fucking doing with this
And
city.
the cutbacks on service, so you're getting shit service, paying more for it.
Yeah, but we don't get cutbacks on what we have to pay. I never understand that.
No, where's our
Like, if we
cutbacks?
make a mistake, it doesn't matter. They actually charge you more, right? But if they make a mistake, like they don't plow your streets or pick up your garbage, they don't give you a little kickback going, sorry.
Yep.
Sorry, we fucked up. But if you fuck up, right?
That's always the way.
They make sure they get a little more money out of your pocket.
Same thing with taxes. If you're, you're late with your taxes, you know what happens.
Mm-hmm.
And then if they're late giving you a refund, you try to ask them for interest on that.
Unbelievable. You know, someone's got to help me out with this one, but, you feed the meters.
Yeah.
It used to be a quarter was 15 minutes.
Oh, yeah.
That's freaking out people right now that live other places. Yeah, a quarter was 15 minutes, okay? That was ridiculous. So it was $1 an hour. Mm-hmm. Then it went down to, I think, a quarter for 10 minutes. Somebody help me. Now it's even less now. You're getting less time for every quarter.
You could pay 50 cents for 10 minutes in certain areas. It's fucking sickening.
You're paying 50 cents for 10 minutes in certain areas.
Yeah.
Because they did say in some shopping areas it's really bad.
Yeah, like Broadway.
So you're barely getting any time on the meter for a quarter now. What the fuck is that about?
Yeah, and
where's all this money going?
You can't do anything. It's not like you can go and do something for that short amount of time that you're parked there.
No, and you can only feed it for an hour, too, by the way, for the people listening elsewhere.
25 cents will get you 15 minutes now.
No.
Yeah, I'm reading an article that they just raised it.
25
cents will now get drivers 15 minutes of parking time, down from 20 minutes. This is an article in yesterday's.
So then something's fucked up because the area I live in, it was already down to 15 minutes.
South of 86th Street, it's $3 an hour.
South of 86th Street, it's $3 an hour.
For the rest of the city, 25 cents will now buy drivers 15 minutes of parking.
Oh, okay. So, yeah. No, I'm talking about where I live. So now it's up to $3 an hour of quarters.
Yeah.
And they don't even give you the luxury of giving you 2 hours so you don't have to keep feeding the fucking meter.
How do they just...
And an hour in New York City is like that.
Yeah. It's in New York minutes a lot faster.
All right. So where's all that money? I know we've done this fucking break a million times, but someone's got to keep doing this break. Where the fuck is all this money?
It's being misappropriated. It's being taken away. It's being skimmed.
What's your tunnel up to? I know you got Easy Pass, but do you know?
6 something, right?
Each way, right? Midtown is each way.
Yeah. Midtown each way. Yeah.
6 something each fucking way.
Yeah.
So you're an average Joe driving to work. Now it's costing you $12 just to get in the city, back and forth. And then you got to
take the Queensboro.
And then you got to park the car. And let's not even talk about these fucking parking garages and what they get away with.
It's armed robbery, I tell you.
It's like if you park before 5 a.m. for an hour, it's $10. If you park at 5:05, it'll cost you $52.
It's never what's on the sign.
The signs always look good, but as soon as you pull that car in, you're fucking broke.
And let's not forget about special New York City parking tax, which doesn't exist anywhere else.
Really?
Which is like 18% parking tax.
To park in the garage of my building, you have to get something that says you're a resident, where you only pay 10%. But it's fucking repulsive.
It really is repulsive.
And you're paying for the parking, and the parking garage that is collecting the money is paying a tax on that money, and you've been taxed on the money you're paying with.
Yeah.
And then they throw in that parking tax.
Yeah.
It's just it's multiple layers of tax.
And you have a big truck. What about an oversized vehicle fee?
Oversized vehicle fee.
Don't forget about event rates.
Hold on.
Event rates.
If you want to park anywhere near anything,
there's an event
you
rate.
got to pay an event rate.
And Ant does have an oversized vehicle.
Of course I do.
My car is officially oversized,
Yeah.
and it's one of the smaller SUV trucks. I've never had it in the oversized vehicle category, but they have changed that. They changed the definition of that.
Yeah, if it isn't a car,
it's
an oversized vehicle.
If it isn't one of those tiny little, what are they called? The fucking
Prius,
the Mini Coupes,
a Mini Cooper.
A Mini Cooper. It's now an oversized vehicle.
Yeah, just fucking.
But where
the smart car? I want to fucking run those things over when I
you see them.
Just shut it.
Who the fuck would ride in one of those?
You get broadsided in one of those things, you're so dead.
At least with a motorcycle, you can maybe make a move or two before you get creamed.
When you stopped at a light and you see that thing just puttering through the intersection, oh my God, they're so dead.
We need a reset, man, in this country.
Oh, we're long past a reset.
We need a complete and utter reset,
a reboot.
Because your point is a great one, where the amount of taxes they take out of the same money it's mind-boggling.
Same money, multiple layers of tax, and that it just fuck us over.
Unbelievable. But our shit went up again here in New York City. So, and with that, we get piles of garbage, and the mayor just sitting there going, it's going to take time to clean up.
Well, we needed him again. We couldn't have done it without him. We needed him again.
Well, I would love to go to the mayor. Well, it's going to take time for me to collect all my fucking tax money. So bear with me. No, you would get killed with fees. Right?
Yeah. Oh, hell yeah. Oh, that didn't look good.
They got a crash test with one of those mini cars.
Crash tests on these little
you would survive that.
Oh yeah, look at it when the
Oh,
door caves
fuck
in.
A.
That
No, you
airbag
wouldn't.
ain't helping you at all.
Oh,
That,
your whole left side would be
that
shot.
side airbag is not helping you.
Yeah.
Like that. It's one of these little driving around England, those little tiny road cars.
Yeah.
It's the car that like Mr. Bean would drive around in.
Yes, yeah, Mr.
Fuck Mr.
Bean's
Bean.
car.
I never got that fucking guy ever. Let me go to
It
Chris
was
in New
funny
York.
for 10 minutes.
Chris, what's going on, buddy?
Chuckle.
What's going on, fellas? Good morning. How are you?
All right.
That guy Butch was right about one thing. It is the deputy mayor. He's the one who kind of deals with the civil servants. But this guy is a fucking hatchet man. He's an assassin. He was the former mayor of Indianapolis, Indiana, and anybody from Indianapolis knows him. His claim to fame was he cut, fired, or privatized everything over there. He's here to cut budgets. He's here to save money. And this is what you get when you do that.
But-
you get shitty streets and.
But our point, me and Ann and Jimmy's point for years now is, why do you need to cut the fucking money? You're making enough.
Yeah.
You're spending it the wrong way.
Because the retarded mayor decided to turn Times Square, which was the crossroads of the world to a lot of tourists, into a fucking flea market.
But does it make less money now, though? Because it is always crowded. Like, it's mobbed whenever I go down there.
It's got to be making a shitload of money.
Who the fuck is sitting down there all day long? People who don't spend fucking money. It's the same people who sit in Starbucks all day.
Well, that's true. They're just sitting there. I don't know what they're buying.
But listen, if there was a work slowdown, then fuck you anyway, because I'm a paramedic, so I'm the other service that Bloomberg tried to bastardize throughout this whole thing. Apparently, it was our fault that the ambulances got stuck in the snow.
Right. Okay. So there's been so many cuts that they finally got caught with their pants down. All right.
Yeah.
I'm going with that now.
That's what I think, because when you
Now
do
I'm going
play,
with that one.
When you do play Sim City, when you cut down on the budgets of a lot of the fire, police, power, plumbing, things like that, you will notice things start breaking.
Right.
And you'll notice all you're doing is putting out fires.
How close are we to just running around in circles peeing ourselves?
Yeah, just running around, all mad and angry. And
Are we a week or two away from that in New York City?
the approval level going down. Yeah, I think we're really close to that.
I think we have to lock the mayor in a room with no way out.
Well, fellas, look on the bright side. If you're going to piss yourself or whatever, that little hand-shaped bench that's in the middle of Times Square, that thing was plowed out, so you can actually take a shit on that thing.
Oh, very good. Very good. Thank you. All
That's
right.
nice.
Now I blame the Hatchet Man now. We're all looking at the Hatchet Man. Chris on Long Island.
Get it, Chris.
Hey, how you going, guys?
What's up?
Happy New Year. I don't know if Chris is still on the line or if Butch is still listening, but I got some friends who work for a town out here on Long Island, Sanitation, and I know that they busted their ass during the snow. That's blood money, and it comes to a point after 13, 14 hours of plowing at night, it's almost not worth it to be driving. But those 2 Fridays that most people have as holidays, the day before Christmas, day before New Year's, I got a buddy who went in for 3 hours and got paid for 25 each of those days. There's your fucking problem.
Well, yeah, I don't know what the problem is. I just know we're doing our part, and they keep wanting more and more money from us. When does it end? When the fuck does it end?
Anytime you see one of these projects come up, these politicians' little pet projects, they're always way over budget. And whenever anybody takes a little magnifying glass to them, they realize that they've been ripped off severely by the contractors and whatnot. It's amazing. It is amazing. Yes.
I'm a union guy, but I'm not a public union guy. I work for Verizon, so it's kind of different. I'm protecting myself from the corporation, and my blood boils when you talk about the unions, Anthony. But I tell you, when I started hearing my buddy talk about that shit, I'm like, this is exactly why our local taxes are through the fucking roof. You're getting paid for 25 hours, you're going for 3, and what are you really doing at 3 fucking hours?
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't know. So
Why would he have to
there
get
you go.
25 hours?
Oh, sorry.
What's that?
Why would someone get paid for 25 hours and only win for 3?
Why would he tell me?
No. Why would someone get paid for 25 hours?
Well, it's their union. It's a holiday. Those two Fridays are considered,
yeah,
holidays in most union contracts because the holiday fell on Saturday. If it falls on a Sunday, you get the Monday off. In my job, if I go into work on a holiday, I get double time.
Yeah, that stuff has been going on forever.
Right, I'm working 8 hours, and I'm getting paid another I'm getting paid for 16.
Right on.
Not 3 for 25.
Jeez.
There you go. All right, sir. Thank you, Chris.
Later, guys.
Yeah, I'm not pointing the finger at unions or any of that shit. I'm pointing it at our officials. They have to figure this shit out. We're paying our shit. And now we got garbage piling up. All the local news is all over the garbage piles.
But that's just it. It's like trying to find, when something goes awry in here, and we try to find who was responsible.
You can't.
And there's never a single name to anything. It's this entity. It's this upstairs. Somebody said that. That's what it is. There's never any accountability. The politicians will blame it on the workforce and the unions. And the unions and the workforce blame it on the politicians. It's so nobody really knows who's to blame.
That's why I did that little exercise. Do you see that? Everyone was blaming each other.
Blame each other. You point the finger, you pass the buck.
I'm still blaming the mayor.
Yeah.
It's his job to figure all this shit out.
Yeah.
I just know that I pay my fucking city taxes and I want my garbage fucking hauled away.
Paying your taxes doesn't mean shit anymore.
Of course
Paying your taxes doesn't mean you're going to get the services you're supposed to get. Paying your taxes means you won't go to jail. Right. You're paying to stay out of prison is what you're paying for.
Wow.
So you're not paying for potholes being fixed. They'll get around to it maybe if they want to. But you're paying to stay out of prison. When the fuck did the tax law become that?
Yeah.
It's really reason and cause for an uprising and a legitimate revolution.
Right.
That will never happen because we've just been turned into complete faggots that, and not even because it might not even be our fault because there's, like I said, so many layers of government and taxes that you don't even know who to attack.
But I don't
mean attack militarily. I mean just even attack with fucking emails. Who do you talk to?
I barely even blame the lawmakers at this point because I think they don't even know what the fuck they're doing.
No, that tax code, they've never read it. They don't know what it means.
They don't know what it.
Look at
they don't know what half this shit means.
Charlie cocksuck fuck Dick Wrangle.
That's not his middle name.
That's his name as far as I'm concerned, and a couple of other words that I'm not going to use. But that motherfucker was in charge of writing the goddamn tax laws, and he didn't pay his fucking taxes.
What does that say?
Well, yeah, what does that say? Because he said he didn't even know he had to. You wrote the laws, you fucking idiot. That's what we're dealing with. That's a prime example.
There you go. Are we on top of it? Garbage pickup. Resume. So they're gonna start cleaning up the fucking piles of garbage that is everywhere at this point.
You can't even get through some of those sidewalks.
No, look at that.
They're just
look at that.
Full of garbage.
The rats are coming, I'm telling you. And it's gonna be a little warmer today, Ann. So your theory of the rats staying underground. I think we see a few rats today. It's gonna be in the 40s. So I think rats will deal with the 40s if they could get some leftovers from one of those bags.
Biting people. Please turn them into zombies. It would be great.
Who's this fuckwad?
That's my old lawyer.
That's your old lawyer?
Yeah,
well, he's a fuckwad.
He's a karaoke guy from my old bar. He's now
is he?
Now he's a politician.
Of course, if that doesn't say a lot. He's the expert about the garbage piles.
Thanks, Dan.
That's Dan, the garbage guy.
Yeah, he represented me when I got into trouble.
Send us your pictures and video of trash piling up. Look at that pile is higher than the guy walking down the street.
Yeah.
Clean up our garbage.
Well, they're out there with the trucks today. I saw that when I was driving in. Good luck, though.
I like this one, Ant, because I've done this one, the Long Island Railroad.
Yeah.
Greg and Tony checking in from Lake Grove. He says,
Tony.
I took the Long Island Railroad into the city last weekend, had to buy a ticket on the train. This happens to a lot of us because you're in a hurry, right?
Right.
And the Long Island Railroad knows that a lot of times you're in a hurry, and you can't wait online, by the way, to get your ticket, so you have no choice. Mm-hmm. So you go on the train without a ticket. They charge $6 extra for buying a ticket on the train.
Yeah, I've seen that.
And the funny thing is about that, which brings my theory home. Now, you go on the train with a regular ticket, okay, that you already bought, and you get on the train, there's no fucking seat for you because they shove everybody in, especially during the rush hour. Go to the conductor and go, hey, I want a few bucks back because I bought my ticket and I can't sit fucking down for the next hour. They'll laugh at you.
Sorry, we
But
don't
if you
do
get
that.
on the train and you don't have a ticket, they want more money from you.
More money.
It only works one way.
Always.
And you won't get the seat.
Why doesn't it work the other way? If they can't find me a fucking seat, they should give you a few bucks back.
Yep.
Did you mention how sometimes the ticket stations are closed, so you kind of just have to
Yeah.
buy
you
your
have no
ticket on the
choice.
train?
Yeah.
I will say one thing, though. I do like those machines. Anytime I could use a machine and not deal with human fuck beings, I am in heaven. Slide a credit card in there, zip, press a few buttons, the ticket comes out. That's how everything should work. Fucking toll booths, blow me if you're fucking sticking your savage hand
Yeah,
out
that's true.
looking for my toll money. Easy pass. Easy pass. Anytime I don't have to deal with people. At the bank, give me an ATM any day of the week.
But you're playing into their scam, man.
Man, what am I leaving a paper trail, man? I'm on the grid.
I love people that think that are obsessed with being tracked. They're always the most uninteresting people.
Oh, no one wants to track you.
I don't want them to see where I'm going. Why? It's boring.
Yeah.
No.
You know
what that
easy
means?
pass.
You don't want your wife knowing where you're
Yeah.
going.
Now
That's what that means.
That's legitimate.
Not the
government-
fucking government.
You know, the government knows what time I went through that tunnel, man.
Oh,
yeah? To what? Go home to your lousy fucking wife,
Right.
And have your shit dinner on sex night so you can't play your video game.
Wait a minute, that's you.
All right,
From
it
the
got
old
a
days.
little personal from the
Okay.
old days. There, it kind of snapped back in my head.
That's very uncomfortable to hear again. All right, enough of this shit, I guess.
It's disgusting.
But it's happening in every city, isn't it?
It's happening in the whole country.
But New York is just completely out of control. I don't know another city that is this out of control with the amount of money they're just yanking out of our pockets.
It's a giant city. It's it's got a big name to it, so I guess that's what we're paying for. Because again, if you go on vacation somewhere or you're over a relative's house in a state or city far away, and you look at the newspaper and see what real estate values are and taxes, you just want to fucking jump off a roof.
You want to fall down and start crying.
I really do. The amount of money you spend here, what you can get elsewhere is astonishing.
And all you have to do is convince, in my case, my wife, look, we don't need family and friends.
Yeah.
We're going to blow off everybody to live like fucking kings.
And
queens.
fucking kings. It's like,
That's the problem. We're stuck here because of family and friends, basically.
you know what it is, though? Well, everywhere you move, you make some friends.
Well, then why are we
make
doing
some
this?
new friends.
Let's move
And
this
then-
fucking show to Boulder, Colorado.
And you'd be the shit because you'd have like the
You could
big
bu- you
fucking
could buy a
palace.
mountainside.
You could literally buy a mountain.
You ever go outside the city and all of a sudden, maybe you treat, dinner for everybody at a restaurant and you're thinking to yourself, New York, all right, New York, this is going to be at least $300 and $400.
Oh, yeah.
I'll take the hit, no problem. And then the bill comes back, it's $120. You're like, what the fuck?
What is this?
What
Did
is
they
this?
leave something on?
What is it, half off or something?
Quick, pay this and get the fuck out. We fucked them good.
It's unbelievable
And
what you get for your
hotels?
money elsewhere.
When you book a hotel in another city, let's say
Right.
you're staying for 4 days, whatever it is,
Yeah.
and you start adding up in your head, you're like, all right, I'll budget this amount of money
About
for that.
$250 a day minimum.
And then it's like, okay, that'll be $300, and you're like, $300 a
For
day
4 days?
because it's $250 in New York. No, $300 for the whole thing. Like what?
Yeah.
I'm staying for 4 days. You start arguing with them.
Right.
I'm staying for 4 days.
Right.
You better have my room for the whole. No, that's fine.
And then on top of it, you get something that's called really nice service,
Yes.
where they smile at you and they keep doing stuff for you, and you're like, what the fuck, dude? What do you want from me?
Yeah.
No, this is what I do. I'm doing my job.
We're just. What is that? Danny's looking at palatial fucking mountainsides
In Boulder, Colorado.
in Boulder.
All right, what are we looking at?
This is a 5-bedroom fucking estate. Like, it looks ridiculous.
Yeah, it looks like an entire ski
It
resort.
looks like the
some-
Overlook Hotel.
Yeah, it's like some kind of parks building.
Yeah.
You could move into the Overlook Hotel
Right.
For $2.5 million.
For $2.5 million.
Which I know sounds like a lot to a lot of people out there.
It is a lot of money.
But even in like the outer boroughs, like Queens and I mean, there's plenty of $2 million houses.
Let me tell you what. Yeah, look in New York and look in some of the really nice areas of suburbia and see what $2.5 million gets you.
Dude,
you're looking at the right place.
It doesn't get you the Overlook fucking hotel.
Look, I went through the real estate thing. Jimmy went through the real estate thing. Safe to say, 1 bedroom in New York City in a nice neighborhood.
Yeah.
Average neighborhood. Not a shit neighborhood, but an average neighborhood where you feel safe.
Oh, my God.
You're not getting into a 1 bedroom for less than $500,000. 1 fucking bedroom.
Please, if you're lucky.
Well, it's nice that that's the way you want to go find a $2.5 million place on Craigslist. That's the best place to go. You're never going to have a problem with a $2.5 million mansion from Craigslist.
Why not? It's either that or find a
Dealing
killer.
with brokers here, Jimmy.
Yes. Wow, that is amazing. Well,
yeah, that's what you'll be if you go there. Broker than you were when you started.
Oh, Chip, that was actually funny.
I know it was.
Oh, sorry, Chip.
Yeah, I'm going to move to Boulder.
I think I'm moving to Boulder.
Damn, dude.
You could find even other cities that aren't Boulder, because Boulder is probably like the expensive Colorado place.
Sure.
And you got to deal with your Colorado winters, and
I'm thinking,
I don't know. Yeah. See, it's just you get what you pay
Who the fuck wants to live in Boulder?
I know.
What are you doing, Boulder?
That's just it too. It's like, all right, I could live there, and I could live like a king, but it's like, why do I want to live there?
Exactly. You live on a shit pile and live like a king. I'd rather live like a fucking like an average, better than average person in New York. Yeah,
in New York.
You're in New York.
But if you can make your money in New York and just be brave enough to move somewhere else, you would have just the most amazing life. You would fucking rule.
If I still lived in Ashland, Mass, I'd be banking.
Oh boy, you would. You would be banking.
You'd be banking all that cash.
You would own Green Acres at this point.
I know. I would.
Was it Green Acres?
Green Acres Bar.
Good old Green Acres. Wayno.
Yeah.
I hear from Wayno every once in a while.
Still pops on every so often.
He's a Twitter guy. Let's go to John in Smithtown. John.
Hey, John.
Whip. On the Sunday paper, I'll get like the McDonald's coupons, 99-cent Big Mac, and in the small print on the bottom, $1.65 in New York City.
So even the coupons, they charge you more.
See? That's what we're getting at today. That's what we're getting at. Even fucking McDonald's.
Fuck wads.
So this all started because the garbage really is piling up out there. It's ugly.
Oh my God.
All right. What else is going
on? Well, I had a great evening of television last night.
Yeah, what'd you check out?
Oh my God. Between Intervention, not the show, my own family came over. They were very upset with me.
Did you jump out a window?
Did you make that sound like that guy when he was talking to his son?
Yeah.
They all said, "None of us love you, man." That's the sound you made when that guy moved in next door. See, because he's black.
Where is Greatest Cry Ever? You have it or do I have it?
I don't know. It's the greatest cry ever.
Greatest cry ever.
I don't have it, though.
Anyway, you're watching Intervention.
I was watching Intervention, and they had a hot meth whore on.
Naked?
Well, no, she's wearing these little shorts and stuff, and she had big tits, and
yay,
and her husband was like a cuckold.
Ooh, yay,
and she would smoke the meth.
Yeah,
she would smoke the meth, and some shots, when they made her up a little bit, she didn't look too bad. She looked pretty good, and you could tell like she was hot looking in her youth. She's married to this real dud of a guy, and she goes out and fucks other guys, and then yells at the husband that she gets what she needs from them, love and attention. See, that's her right there. She's fallen into the wall.
I love her already, by the way.
That's her?
She rules.
Yeah. And that's the husband.
And that's the cuckold?
Yeah, the cuckold husband.
Oh.
It's turn back. Maybe we could get on.
Yeah, go to the beginning. It's great.
Yeah, this is the.
She's sexy, man.
Wow, she's really.
Yeah.
Sexy,
she was the hot method.
You would put up with her problems, right?
I encourage them.
Crazy.
Nothing
falling into the wall,
walking
around in drawn panties.
I don't see how you're strengthening our relationship by being a whore. I'm lonely. Let's do some dope.
Smacks the husband.
Yes.
No, I don't think so.
I do. Get your butt in gear and get this turned around for you.
Intervention.
Ooh, tough talk.
It's turned around for you.
You get your butt in gear. What's he, a fucking high school coach?
She could be the hottest intervention girl ever.
That's why he puts up with her husband.
She was a good one. Yeah, the husband, I don't know what he's putting it up because putting up with her because they have a
she's
kid.
hot.
No,
No,
they
she's
had
hot.
a kid, but but she goes out and fucks other guys. She was like, "Oh, my boyfriend's here," ooh, and she runs out to the truck and her and her baby were held at gunpoint at one point from one of the Aryan Nation guys. It was one of the greatest white trash things I'd seen until Hoarders came on afterwards. Wow.
Which Hoarders?
It was a brand new Hoarders.
You know I
There
can't
was
watch this show.
a
It's too close to
fat
home.
Fuck, again, just a fat loser cunt that was hoarding like chickens and goats.
Aww.
And they were dying.
Animal hoarders?
Animal hoarding. This is the woman.
She's lovely.
Pop her up, this cunt.
The prognosis for Hannah is very poor. The worst of any hoarder I've ever worked with. This isn't fit for anything to live in. Is she hoarding dead animals?
We can't allow him to continue to suffer like that.
Half of this is...
I don't care what you're telling me. I'm telling you. I own it. You don't.
correct.
Leave my stuff alone or you get the hell out of here.
Hoarders.
She's marvelous.
And that was nothing compared to what she did.
Could we get some...
She's getting into a fight with her daughter, and then animal control comes pulling up. And she's yelling and crying, and then the daughter comes up. I had to get called from work to come down here because what are you doing to my mama? She got a weak heart. And she's got this pelican neck, and I just wanted to choke her.
Did you hate her?
I hated her. I couldn't tell you. I couldn't tweet fast enough,
right?
How much I hated it. And the other fat fuck that collected bunnies. They're rabbits. Call them bunnies.
Would you have
bunnies? Yeah, that's how the gook laughs. They're all over his house. I didn't even think of it. Bunny, fucking bunny. You go into another room and try to turn us into pacifists.
Yeah. You open the cage. Hey, nothing beats a piece of pussy except the Indy 500.
100. It's like, oh, God, they're all over the place. Bunny. Fuck. Yeah, and he was another obnoxious fuck. He wouldn't talk to anybody, wouldn't talk to any of the shrinks. He's flipping the bird to everybody, saying, fuck you. And his wife is just a fat-ass enabler.
We got to get clips from that old lady, though, man.
Oh, yeah.
Should we get some clips of that
best.
show?
She's just angry.
What should they look for down the hall? Because I got to...
Anytime she opens her big fat maw.
All right, we'll get a few clips.
That ugly fucking mouth. And she has Popeye arms.
Would you have been understanding with her and calm? Like, you have to... Like,
I don't know. Even the shrinks had it with her. The one guy was like, look, we got to clear this out for your goats. You ain't clearing out nothing. This is my house, and I'm telling you fuck... Oh, she's cursing at everybody. And then they get everyone together, and it's like, okay, well, good morning, everybody. And the poor junk guys got to stand there and take abuse from this fucking pig. Hate her.
She is hateable, isn't she?
Oh, she was the most hateable person I'd ever seen on Hoarders.
Really? Wow.
The most hateable, want to kill her.
And that was the psychologist that was on our show, right? Or psychiatrist?
Yeah.
Psychiatrist, I guess,
whatever
right?
it is, the one when the mic was off, going, yeah, I got to go to some shithole at some other kook's house.
Did she say that really?
Yeah, she did. It was great.
All right, well.
It was fantastic.
Don't really want to blow up her spot.
Yeah,
she seems very caring.
She's got, you know what? She's a star on that show.
Oh, was it her?
She's not going anywhere.
The one we interviewed?
Oh, yeah,
she's great. Yeah.
She turned out to be a really cool lady.
She dealt with it, and she's just like, she got fed up with this animal. The white trash, her teeth, she had 8 teeth in her mouth, maybe. It was a disaster.
You think her vag smelled?
Oh, my God.
She's walking in our yard with this walker, and she comes to the door with a cane. I just want to beat her with her own fucking walker. And then the husband that collects the bunnies His wife had an ass that I can't even describe it. It was so huge. And she's got a cane. They all can't walk. They eat too much. They're fat, lazy degenerates, mental problems. Who cares? Burn the place down. I always say it, but it's just nail the door shut. Why can't I get out my house? Pour the kerosene around it and let it rock.
I think every Hoarders episode should open with them going to the mall, and then everyone should end with them headed back towards their house going, why are there fire trucks headed towards where I live? Billowing pile of smoke. Go put it out with your fucking fat tits, idiot.
They're all fucked up, too. They got like, they showed the one woman is doling out her daily pills in those little pill compartment things. Mm-hmm. And there had to be 24 pills that she's got to take because of the shit. There was rabbit shit all over the floor to the point where it looked like soil on the floor.
Jesus Christ.
That was like piled up. And the landlord came over and saw the house, and he's just like, oh, my God. The rabbits are eating holes through the walls, eating the wires.
Jesus.
And then the guy is just like, I'm leaving. I don't need to talk to the landlord. I don't want to even see him. He's belligerent. And it's like, it's your fault, you dummy. And they're constantly blaming everyone else
except themselves
for what the fuck the situation they're in.
That's always the case.
Oh, me.
You want one of these me people to actually realize it's they're the problem? That's never going to happen.
I wanted to beat that fat woman with her own walker in her yard. She's trying to get along on a bumpy shit yard with her walker as the poor got junk people have to follow her at a snail's pace so she can dictate what gets thrown away or not. And by the way, she didn't agree to throw away shit. She lived in a trailer because her house was filled up. The trailer she lived in was disgusting.
Do you think she has bugs?
It was worse than bugs.
She has chickens in the house?
Chickens in the house that were like, their feathers were falling off. They were bleeding from the beak. Their cages, by the way, were so full of shit that they were squished between the shit and the top of the cage. No! They were squished between the shit and the top of the cage. They had to lower their little chicken heads.
Why were they so happy then?
That's got to be criminal. They got to get a sheriff.
It is.
Did they haul her away? That's got to be criminal.
At the end, they did put up a graphic that she had been charged with animal cruelty.
Did they take the animals?
They took some of them. But the animal people that they had were out-of-state animal people that I guess the Hoarders show had gotten. But Animal Control showed up at one point, and I think Hoarders put the kibosh on them and said, like, well, come back next week. Look, we're shooting a show. I don't care what you do to her next week.
Right.
Fucking just haul her in. But, we got to get a show out of this. We show the chickens, and there was this one goat, and it's just limping. Not even limping. It wasn't putting one leg on the ground. And they said, how long has the goat been injured like that? And she goes, about 4 months.
Fuck.
And is it pregnant? Yep, it's pregnant. It's going to have babies.
Poor Billy.
Yeah, little Billy goat. Well, it was a girl goat.
Billie.
Yeah, everyone knows that.
What do I know?
All right, we're getting clips of this show. I can't wait to hear this old broad.
I wanted to fucking just...
Was there a mason jar in this episode?
Ugh!
Thank you, Todd in Kansas City. Don't have time to go to you.
At one point, she sits down, and she's just doing that fat bitch sit down where her legs are spread because that bubble of unimaginable whatever the fuck it is fat is hanging over her vagina, so she can't sit like a human being.
We all know.
With your knees together.
Yeah,
they fly out like Humpty Dumpty.
Jesus.
And then she's drinking this brown liquid that looked like diarrhea. It looked like she was drinking diarrhea out of a mason jar. It was utterly disgusting.
Wow.
Worst Hoarders I ever saw.
Dr. Ian Smith.
But we don't know what it was?
What's that? No, they never said what it was. But she's drinking it, and you could see like they
didn't want you to.
It was this brownish
Maybe it was
liquid.
just coffee.
It had like chunks in it. I don't know what it was. And it's this mason jar. And she's just disgusting. She had a mustache. She had that big chunk of fat. I wanted to reach in the TV, grab her under chin fat, and tear it off.
Ugh. Did she have little like chin hairs?
Yeah. She
was gray chin hairs,
and just yelling at people right into their face with her 4 teeth.
Fuck.
I was angry watching this.
All right. Well, we're gonna get clips of that.
And then during the show, they were showing Trucker Dan has a call about it. Beyond Scared Straight. It's the new Scared Straight that they're doing. Mm-hmm. Remember Scared Straight? They took the kids to Rahway.
I love that.
Yes, I do. I have it at home.
Yeah, the original.
Yes.
Oh, Jimmy. They took the kids to Rahway prison and scared them. And they were on the fence kids that might have gotten into some trouble. And they put them in prison and let the prisoners yell at them, and they cry, and then they went home and said, I never want to be here.
Didn't they do an update on those guys, Jimmy?
Yes.
And most of them stayed on the straight and narrow?
All but one. One guy went to jail for like 10 years. And one of the convicts got out and then got sent back for something, like we're stealing, and then he was in jail with his own son.
Your son.
Wow.
They take these kids now, and
this is the newer version.
Guys and girls, put them in these prisons, and they get yelled at by, it's inconceivable what these people are. I didn't even know if this one thing was a woman, a man. Apparently it was a woman. Yelling at these young girls. There was this one girl, they go, and there's people in the yard, and they go, come on out, mother, come on out. And the guy's going, I'm going to open this door now, and you're going to walk out there. And these kids were all like scared.
Holy
and the
shit.
one girl that was at the front of the line was so hot. So incredibly hot.
You wanted to say
all I was looking was like, oh, she is just going to be raped with 8,000 things around this prison. And they made them wipe their makeup off. Get that makeup off your face. Get it off your face. And they pin them against the wall kind of and yell at their face. But it's kind of like.
You know they can't be touched.
They can't do anything.
See, that's what sucks.
They can't do anything. So
take this to another country and let the prisoners, maybe get at them a little
fuck
bit.
with them. Because there was one woman, and she's saying what her name is, and it's something like, kill 'em, murder, fucking death, whatever the fuck it is. Satan, Beelzebub, they were calling her, whatever. And then she's like, what's my name? And any smart-ass kid should have turned around and went, 2356802. It's like, no, motherfucker. I know you can't touch me, so blow me.
Because what they do is they get the prisoners that have hope that they're getting out.
Yeah.
So that's why they don't touch the kids.
That's their act.
You
it's
get
like, these
a guy in there
leave.
for life, or the death row guys. They're gonna fucking fuck your rules. I'm gonna slap some of these kids around.
Yeah. Literally smack them in the face.
But that's the deal. They both have. You touch one of these kids, you're fucked.
Yeah. And then the not only are they fucked, but let's say you have a life sentence and you don't give a shit and you just reach over and belt one of these kids in the face. What does the prisoner care? Mm-hmm. But the prison itself cares because the lawsuit.
Oh yeah.
They would get in for fucking a prisoner clocking a kid in the face.
See, the original one, you were convinced that these convicts would hit these kids at any second.
Was the guy with one eye? Remember the guy with one eye?
His name was Ali. Yeah, he's out of jail now.
Is he?
Yeah, he was
a problem.
He was a tough little fucking dude, man.
Yeah,
because he was small. But the thinking was, like, by the time they pull me off of you, I'll have hurt you. And it's like, they can't give me any more time. That was what these kids are thinking. These guys are doing 25 to life, 35 years, double life.
That's the whole fear factor in it.
What are they going to do to them?
Look, they can't give me any more time.
That's what I'm saying. But I'm sure the new version, it's safer because the criminals.
Kids are tougher now, man. They're not as scared of that shit. You would never scare kids
they're more
with that
savvy.
shit.
Yeah, they're more savvy now.
I think they absolutely took kids that probably did a few little bad things, nothing too bad, and they interviewed them and made sure they would be scared. They're not getting these gangbangers that would be like, whatever, motherfucker. Go fuck your mama,
Because they live with that.
Yeah.
There was one guy, though, and 10 years later, there was one guy, they had like the Scared Straight update, where they showed that the modern day kids, and I guess this is 10, 12 years ago now, but one of the newer convicts screaming, he had like missing teeth, and you could see that he was a frightening guy.
Yeah.
Yeah, he was a frightening, because he was like spitting on him as he talked to him, and he was a problem.
Yeah.
And even the tough fucking kids knew that this guy would probably bite your face.
Yeah.
There's new Scared Straight. There's no new Scared
It
Straight.
doesn't work for everyone. I got scared the other way.
Scared gay. There should be like a trailer, because last night they played an extended trailer. And there's some yelling going on, so that might be fun.
Yeah, I want to check this out. What channel is it?
I'll watch it. It's the same as Hoarders and Intervention. And
beautiful. A&E?
All those great shows. Yeah, A&E.
I think, right? A&E is the go-to fucking channel.
A&E.
They got some good shit.
All these channels are just changing into other things.
Yep.
Arts and entertainment. I don't think there's any arts going on there. To tell you the truth. It's do we got a piece of a trailer?
I think so.
All right, here we go. Yeah.
All it takes is one mistake. Drug dealing.
Present at a murder. Stealing.
These kids got one foot in the door. We allow kids to see what prison life is like.
You are now in the belly of the beast.
We're gonna keep you out of prison.
Oh, swing! I'll fold you like a piece of paper.
In prison,
it's not a very good one.
No one cares about you.
Beyond Scared Straight, series premiere Thursday, January 13th.
That stinks.
Fold you like a piece of paper.
That's terrible.
But was that a guy or a girl?
It was a chick.
It was a chick?
A girl. Jeez. Yeah. Is there a new... Because there was a longer clip that they played for the first time.
There's a great moment in the first one where everybody has to take their shoes off.
Oh, right.
And the one guy makes them. And he's like, I've taken your shoes. What are you going to do about it? So the little guy with one eye comes in. And this one guy had a dumb look on his face. Like he always looked like he was smiling, but he wasn't. He was just nervous.
Private Pile.
So there's two guys. He goes, there's two guys I don't like, you and you. And he's like, show me your shoes. So they showed his shoes, and he picked them up, and he threw them. And he goes, go home barefooted, you faggot.
They said that in the original?
It was all profanity.
No, I know, but...
Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah.
Well,
yeah.
you know that we can't use faggot anymore.
Oh,
but that was
we lost
one of
that word, too.
You could curse on TV for
that was one of the first shows that was like... Because it was on regular TV. And there was cursing. So it was very provocative.
Go home barefooted, you faggot. Yeah, oh, that guy was the greatest.
I'm sure they're not saying that in the new version.
I don't know, man. But they want it to be effective. They might leave the language in.
We'll see.
Like, I would be very good at that. I would say to the kids, like, do you really want to come here and have rough pillows and small blankets?
Not quite getting the point across.
Yeah, I would be bad at
blankets.
it. Yeah. Do you know that you have to stand online to get everything from the commissary? I would do a terrible job.
They're like, I don't. Doesn't sound that bad.
Let's take a break so we could eat.
Oh yeah.
It's we'll get hopefully more audio from that show.
When we come back, I have some more
Hoarders
Scared
show.
Straight tips.
Oh,
good, Jimmy, with more.
I went through Scared Straight when I was in
tips.
high school.
Good.
No, you really didn't.
When I was a freshman, I went through it.
You're the Scared Straight kid.
Yeah, I was. They called me the federal prison kid. Yeah, but I had some. I talked tough to the guys.
Oh, you did?
Yeah.
And
oh wow! I didn't see those clips on the show.
Yeah, they cut it. It made them all look bad.
Brett Favre in more trouble. A lot of people
shit.
know by now, but we'll give you the story next.
Yeah,
it's getting tougher and tougher to support this guy. I'll be honest.
Getting easier and easier for me to support him.
We'll explain. And a lot of people might have got hepatitis in Massapequa.
What?
Wait till you find out why.
Oh,
or how they might have got their hepatitis. And lots of other things. Rob
it, Rob it,